Ian, lost in the fact that the Big Ten and the Pac-12 on Tuesday decided not to have fall football. There's another conference out there that a lot of people love their football, and they're sorry that they're not going to have football this year, and that's the Mountain West Conference. Brady Hoke is the head coach of San Diego State, and he's going to have to start all over again when you think about it when it comes to 2021. A pleasure to bring him here with us thanks to the Shell Pinto Performance Line. Coach, what has it been like for you with these decisions being made, affecting your team, affecting your conference, and it's your first year at San Diego State?
Yeah, Freddie, it really is sad. It's sad for our players, our student athletes, in all sports, but obviously the guys that we get to work with every day, they have done a tremendous job during this whole pandemic and this wild year that we've kind of had. And we want to play. Our players want to play. They understand that, with what we're trying to get done. And we also understand, and first and foremost, as you both know, it is about their health and safety. And it's always about that, and it needs to be about that. But, President Delatorre and J.D. Wicker, our athletic director, they've really worked hard trying to get us to that point. So obviously when the news came that the Mountain West was going to postpone till the spring, that was a sad day. But I'm going to tell you, our guys are working out hard. They did a great job this morning. We're going to finish this week and then going to give them some time off.
Coach, what is that like when you have to tell your players that have been grinding more, maybe even more so mentally than what you're allowed to do physically since mid-March, and then you have to tell their parents, especially the seniors, that there's not going to be a season?
Yeah, well, Ian, there's no doubt. I mean, our guys have had a great attitude all the way through when this first came, and you can see some of those seniors when we made the announcement to them and talked to them, their hearts sunk a little bit, but they also understand that, leadership is influence and leadership is hard, and, they understand that we have their health in the top of our minds. And so as we've gone forward and as we've gone through where we're at right now, I'm real proud of them.
San Diego State head coach Brady Hoke with Freddie Coleman and Ian Fitzsimmons on Freddie and Fitzsimmons on ESPN Radio. A lot of conversation about spring football and having two football seasons in one, even if you have a truncated one early and then a full one late. A lot of people worry about the safety for your football players if that happens, Coach Hoke. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think I would agree. I think that's something that, needs to be looked at. I think as we move forward, what kind of decisions are we going to make when we would start that spring season? For us, we're very fortunate out here in San Diego. Our weather is pretty good year-round, so we don't have the problems that some other schools may have in the Midwest or even in our conference. So just trying to get to that point, and that's the big thing, Freddie. What's next? What is the NCAA and what is the Board of Governors within our conference, and what direction are we going to go? Because there's a whole lot out there when you look at recruiting and the dead period and where do we start? Are we on the 8-hour rule? Are we on the 20-hour rule? And do you have 15 days in November that are like your spring football? So there's a lot of things that have to be answered. I think the one thing is, and our medical people have done a tremendous job. We're on our third test as a team and really have come out pretty well during those tests.
You've been at Group of Five as a head coach. You've been at Power Five as a head coach at Michigan. You've been an analyst. You've covered this great game in every different way.
I don't know if I'd call me an analyst, but, but it was a heck of a lot of fun with Pac, I can tell you that.
When it comes to the future of the game, how do we recalibrate after everything that just happened today and over the weekend with the MAC, the Mountain West, the Big Ten, the Pac-12? How do we recalibrate and try and catch back up?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, and I think that's something that there's going to be a lot of talk about, a lot of looking into what's the best way from here. If you do play in the spring, how early in the spring is that going to be, so that the kids can have enough time, the players can have enough time to get ready for the 2021 season. So there's a lot out there. I think, the one thing we're going to do is we're going to send our guys home after Friday for about 10 days, and then we'll come back. School starts. We will all be virtual, but the one thing I do believe is our guys are pretty safe in their pods that we're in right now and staying together, taking care of each other. I'm really excited and encouraged how they've gone through this, being 18 to 22.
Hey, Coach Hoke, it's always great to catch up with you. We really appreciate the fact that you had a chance to join us tonight, and we're glad that you're back as a head coach in college football. Thanks for joining us on Freddie Fitzsimmons, my brother.
Well, thank you, Freddie. Thank you, Ian. It's great to be on with you.